Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another exciting episode on the League Highlights Show right here at the University of Ghana Stadium. This is the highlights for the University of Ghana Corporate Football League. Today, we are bringing you extensive analysis of the league so far, with much emphasis or lights thrown on the two teams that are playing in the final, Union Ghana and Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. Of course, I'll not be doing this alone. I'll be seated here with a commentator who doubles as a radio host on Radio Universe, a phenomenal student of the University of Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us to have the conversation is none other than Samuel Annan. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
How's it going?
Fine.
Right, now just before we go ahead to bring you all the highlights, all the conversation and analysis, let us take a look at how the two teams, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, who played against Ghana Armed Forces Officers Sport Club, and Union Ghana, who also played against Ghana National Petroleum Authority, did in the semi-finals.
First and foremost, I would want to congratulate the Ghana Civil Aviation team for a very good game. I think they came into the game, they started very well, they took their chances. Morale in our team is still very high. It is the game of football, and we do appreciate that it was a very good game. We also tried our best. I commend our team for a very good game. We did our best, but like football, you take your chances. When you don't get them, you just pick up the pieces and keep going.
Feeling is so massive, it's so great. We were overwhelmed, we were tactically disciplined. We are so excited, the entire team is so excited.
If you watch the group stage, they won 7 out of their 8 matches. And then today, we knew the game would be very tough. And then the game was really tough today. I think we didn't utilize our chances. We had our chances in the first half that we should have utilized it. But unfortunately, we were not able to utilize our chances. So Union utilized their chance. And then what can we say rather than to congratulate them for a well-deserved victory?
I think the game came with a very high intensity, as expected. The first part of the first half, you realize that they were dominating us, but as soon as we settled, we were in charge of the game. All that we were waiting for was the goal. And after the goal came, I mean, we had a chance to be able to play the way we wanted to.
That is how those two games ended. First between Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and of course the Ghana Armed Forces Officers Sport Club, and also Union Ghana that played against NPA. Now, Samuel, interestingly, these two teams that have qualified to the finals, I mean Union Ghana and Ghana Civil Aviation, were all runners up from their various groups. So it's more or less like those who ended second from the two groups, Group A and B, are the ones going to the finals. How does that make you as a commentator and a sport enthusiast feel?
So for me, it was a shocking incident that happened, because a lot of people didn't see that coming. Some people expected maybe the first two teams or the team that were first to clash, but it was really bizarre, or it's bizarre to see such things happen. But when it happens like that, it even makes it more interesting, because when it's interesting, then we are all sitting at the edges of our seats expecting more, and that's what I'm expecting from this final.
All right, now let's talk about Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. This is a team that has been tagged somewhat as the underdogs of this league. Personally, to be very fair, if you ask me, I didn't see Ghana Civil Aviation coming this far, but that's the beauty of the game of football. What do you make from the team Ghana Civil Aviation presented in this league?
So just like you said, a team, they work as a team, and that's one thing that has brought them this far. If they didn't work as a team and they were more of individuals coming together and just bringing out what they have, maybe they wouldn't have made it this far. But as you saw in even the semi-finals, what they did against Ghana Armed Forces was a shocker. No one expected that to happen.
Yes.
And they did it. They put up that upset, and they playing as a team is one that makes them stronger. That's their strength. Basically, if you want that team that comes together as a unit
and gel and bond together,
yes, then it's civil aviation, and that's what they are known for in the league. They came in as underdogs. They were just shuffling between the second and third position throughout the league, and then they ended up being second in their group, that's Group B, and then they put up the ultimate upset to shock all the armed forces and the army boys to just fight for the third place, and that's one thing that shocked a lot of people in the fans on that day.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was quite a shocker for everybody that was in the stadium, because people, like you said, were tipping Ghana Armed Forces, who happened to have triumphed over Union Ghana, to have gone to the finals. But now let's shift our focus to Union Ghana. This is a team that won the gala in November. This is a team that have played 9 matches and lost just 1. What do you think are the chances of Ghana Civil Aviation playing against a strong side like Union Ghana?
So for Union Ghana,
and let me just add, in the entirety of the league, they've only conceded 3 goals.
Yes, so for Union Ghana, it's more of a repeat against NPA, because NPA came in with more youthfulness, more that youthful spirit, and that was one thing they just didn't capitalize on. And Union Ghana has the experience. Their players aren't quick, but against civil aviation, if you compare the pace, if you compare the energy, you can see that they are lacking. But they don't use that to their disadvantage. They use their experience, because you can see that this team has even gelled for a while, and they have a strong striker, someone who, when he's in the box, he's easily getting the goals for you, and he's also the top scorer, Emmanuel Arthur, and he has been brilliant all through the games he's played. He comes in as a striker. When he gets the goal, you see him dropping back to the midfield, and sometimes the defense, giving the defense an extra layer before even teams penetrate. That's why you can clearly see that they've only considered 3 goals, and it's 2 coming from Ghana Armed Forces Officers Sports Club, one of their rivals. And that game also kept a lot of people shocked, and people didn't also expect that to happen. But all the same, you could clearly see that those 3 goals, if not for Armed Forces, it would have just been 1.
It would have just been 1. Now I'm going to take your thoughts about individual talent on the 2 sides, Army and Union. But just before we do that, ladies and gentlemen, you are still watching the league highlight show right here on GTV Sports Plus for the University of Ghana Corporate Football League. I am your host, Bobby Otis, and I'm seated today with the sensational student commentator and radio host, Samuel Annan. But just before we go on with our conversation, I'd like to say a very big thank you to the sponsors of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League, Glyco General Insurance, Vigo Energy, Soccer Loca, Ghana Football Association, and our radio partners, Radio Universe. Also to the producers of this league, Rice Sports Services, and the University of Ghana Sports and Wonders Retreat. We say a very big thank you to you. Now back to you, Samuel. I know that Emmanuel Arthur, who happens to be the current reigning or leading the leaderboard for the Goal King, is a strong side. I know Ghana Civil Aviation will have to technically plot their game around. But who would that be? Who would be that individual talent from the aviation side that the Union Ghana may have to also look out for?
So for Union Ghana, just like I said earlier, it's really difficult to point out some players who would get in the goals, because they've got quite a number of players who just pop up and then they just show up in a game and then just get the goals for the team. Just come in and shock everyone, and that's one thing that is their strength, as I said. So it's really difficult to pinpoint some players, but ultimately one of their strengths is at the back line. Their right back, an amazing player. He's always there to net in those tackles, and also puts in a lot of effort to keep that back line safe. And as I said, they don't really play individually. So they don't go in one person attacking. It's a double man attack. And when they are going, they go together as a team. So you see that all three players up front go together. It's not one person stays, one person. They go as a unit. So defending them is very difficult.
Yes.
So that's one thing teams really struggle to do whenever they face a side like Civil Aviation.
Civil Aviation. Now, I know from watching this league for almost 20 weeks now, I am fair to know that the midfield of Ghana Civil Aviation is a very strong and fortified area. Where I think their weakness may be a little bit is in their attack, because almost all the time it's either their striker is overpowered by the defenders, or you have to get some backing from the midfield. But I know Union Ghana is also very good in the attacking front, but a little porous in the midfield. How do you see this? Do you share my same little analysis I've made on these two teams, or you beg to differ?
I have the same thoughts as you, because you see, usually when they are playing, they like to either work on the flanks,
yes,
or they just send the ball forward.
Yes.
And that's one thing I've also noticed. So one thing they do is they have this winger, Newton Taki.
Yes, Newton Taki.
Newton is always disturbing the opposite defender that comes his way with his pace, and he's also skillful.
Yeah, very skillful.
So with him, Emmanuel Arthur is always in the box waiting for a cross. If he's not having to struggle and get a ball from midfield, then he's waiting from a cross from Newton Taki. So one thing they usually do, since they don't work a lot in the midfield, is they either pass a long
ball,
or they would use Newton Taki as a man to just send the defenders his way, then whipping that cross to Emmanuel Arthur, who would either head it home or just latch it with his boots.
Now, in a few words, what would be one area that, according to you, or per where you sit, you think Ghana Civil Aviation should really work on?
So for them, I think they would need to work on their defense, because they are coming in against a team that is solid, coming in front, having that strong striker in Emmanuel Arthur. They should also look at their striking force, because that's what we saw go against NPA. They created the chances, but they just couldn't convert them. And if you want to beat a team like Union Ghana, then it means you have to learn from what the armed forces did by being resolute at the back, and also being resolute and tactical when you're going forward.
Now let's flip the coin. Union Ghana, where do you think they are most weak and need to strong, or they need a strong hand in coming in a game against Ghana Civil Aviation Authority?
So for them, I would also say they need to also solidify their midfield. They need to keep a midfield compact, where they can easily pass the ball around and not lose possession, because the midfield is the heart of the game.
Yes.
When you are weak in your midfield, then it means your defense is easy to bypass.
Penetrate.
And for their defense, because if you are facing a team that comes with a lot of players driving forward against your defenders, then you are going to struggle, because you can't contain a lot of players in your box. You'd have to drop back, especially your attackers would have to drop back, and it's going to be difficult in terms of creativity. So they need to work on their midfield, and then look for ways to man mark the numbers that would come against them, because Union Ghana, once again, Union Ghana aren't the best in terms of their midfield. So since your midfield isn't weak, you have to come with a very strong midfield, or you solidify your defense. So it's from those two options.
So now let me take a quick prediction from you. At the end of the final whistle, come the final day, what do you think the scoreline for Ghana Civil Aviation versus Union Ghana is going to be?
That's a really tough question, because
you've seen the two of them play. So what would be a fair assumption for fans or for spectators from the two sides to expect?
For me, it would be a very tough game. A very tough game, in the sense that one is very good attacking wise, and the same team that is good attacking wise is also good in terms of defending.
Defense, yes.
Because to concede 3 goals in our 9 matches is not anything easy. And Civil Aviation too came out to the final after defeating Ghana Armed Forces Officers Sports Club, and that was the team that defeated Union Ghana. So it would really be interesting, and it would be a tight one. It might even end up going to penalties.
So you are foreseeing a penalty spot kick.
Yeah.
But ultimately, who is going to win the game for you?
Okay, I think I would go for Civil Aviation.
So Samuel Annan has his money on Ghana Civil Aviation Authority. Ladies and gentlemen, this is still the league highlight show. The third place game will be played between the National Petroleum Authority and, of course, Ghana Armed Forces Officers Sport Club. Now, interestingly, the 2 teams playing for the third place were the leaders of both Group A and B, but surprisingly, they are the ones fighting for the third position, and the runners-up from both groups are fighting for the ultimate trophy. So, ladies and gentlemen, seated with me here today are the representatives from Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and Union Ghana. The vice captain of Union Ghana is to my left, and of course, one of the team managers for Ghana Civil Aviation is to my right. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Welcome, my boss.
Yeah.
All right. So now I'll leave you guys to introduce yourself before we delve into the conversation.
I'm Ebenezer Ivan Squashi, an IT engineer at Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, and I'm part of the soccer team management.
Right.
Okay, Richard Owusu Kramwa, they call me KK, and I'm the vice captain for the Union Ghana soccer team.
Which of the KK? KK for Sue or which one?
Kwame Kramwa.
Kwame Kramwa.
Yeah.
Nice. Welcome, gentlemen. Welcome
Thank
to week 19 highlights of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League. And I must say congratulations to your 2 teams making it to the finals of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League, the first ever University of Ghana Corporate Football League. Now, we are going to go a little bit into a conversation, speak about their preparedness, how ready they are for the finals, what we are to expect from them, what are the fears from the 2 sides, and ultimately what will be a spectacle right here on the pitch at the University of Ghana Stadium. So I'll start with you, Evan. Now, Ghana Civil Aviation have somewhat been the underdogs of this league, if you ask me. I mean, a lot of people didn't see your team making it this far as you have come. How does that make you feel?
All right. So honestly, I might say we feel very proud and excited to get to this moment. And we believed in ourselves. So we didn't, we're not looking at those believing in us and those who are not believing in us. But we as ourselves, as a team, united, staying focused and very disciplined, we believed in ourselves that we were going to make it. And all too soon we are here. We are here and we are going to deliver to our best.
Nice. So Ivan says it was not a matter about who believed in them or not. Let me ask you honestly, did Union Ghana ever see playing against Ghana Civil Aviation?
Actually, after we lost our game against the Armed Forces, we're looking for us meeting again for a revenge. But watching the game between the Civil Aviation and the Armed Forces on that day, they outclassed the Armed Forces, so we say congratulations to them. But meeting us is a different ballgame. Just to be able to sound that note of caution to them. Yeah.
All right, now knowing that they are somewhat the underdogs in this league, does that give you some sort of comfort, knowing that you don't have to come out or seeking blood or coming out with all your arsenal in your locker room, or you're approaching this game as any other game you have approached?
Exactly. Because if you look at how we've played so far, we take each game at a time, and there's a way that we prepare for each of the games before we came. Unfortunately, we lost the last game, but after the closure of the game, we told ourselves that it's just maybe a glitch that's happened. So we just went to prepare, recondition ourselves, and we saw how we demolished the FBA and MBA side. So they are good team, I must say, and so we'll make sure that we get ourselves well prepared.
That is the same trophy Ghana Civil Aviation is eyeing, because I remember when we visited because
Our
your
Director
DG said
General.
it's
Yeah, he
either
passed the
the
law.
trophy or your
Exactly.
jobs.
Yeah.
So I know that there's some sort of tension,
Something on the line.
yes, a lot on the line for you. But now, knowing that Union Ghana is a team that has only considered 3 goals throughout the entirety of this whole 20 and knowing that they are the current title holders of the gala that was staged somewhere in November last year, how does your team feel about coming against a team like Union Ghana?
Okay, so I know Union Ghana is a strong team, but then we are not moved by what they've done in the past. No, we are going forward. I mean, to this game with a lot of excitement, discipline, and we are taking the bull by the horn. We just go for a win. Simple win.
Are there any strategies that you'd want to I mean, a few you may want to put out as far as this game is concerned?
No, you know what we do. I mean, on the ground is we train for every game. We train hard, we work hard, play as a team, always disciplined. We trust each other. So the thing is already there. We don't need to prove to people or whatever. We are just going for it straight away.
Union Ghana, are there any strategies you are coming into?
Before I get there, I mean, idioms and proverbs
Doesn't
can
play
be passed
football.
around, but I mean, the reality on the field is totally different. And seeing somebody like Ivan, such a nice man, I mean, it will be quite unfortunate that he's going to lose his job. So, I mean, we are preparing for them. We recondition ourselves physically. There are drills that we carry out, which we saw its manifestation in our last game. So we are already preparing for them, and ultimately, that on that day we will carry the game.
All right. So I mean, I now I know that Union is not ready to let out any strategies, but ladies and gentlemen, if you are just joining us, you are still watching the league highlight show right here on GTV First Class. I am your host, Bobby Otis, and let me say a very big thank you to the sponsors of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League, Glycogenol Insurance, Vigo Energy, Soccer Local, Ghana Football Association, and of course our radio partners, Radio Universe, that is putting all the radio publicity on and across the University of Ghana campus. Now I come back to you, Union Ghana.
Yeah.
How did that loss against Ghana Armed Forces Officers Club, because that's the only game you lost
Yes.
in the entirety of this whole league, how did that make you feel, and what are the lessons you learned from that loss and you are attempting or coming into the finals with?
So it was a wake-up call. Okay, because I mean there's the tendency for you to become complacent after, I mean, an 18-week games, and then you had no loss. You had considered just the game. So that night was a wake-up call for us. But we didn't allow it to just put us down. We just reconditioned ourselves and told us that it's just a game. Moreover, we had beaten the Army, I mean, about 4 or 5 times in the past. So we just told ourselves that, I mean, what's past is gone. So we're looking forward to what's ahead. I know that they have a good team. I mean, watching them play, they have
He must confess.
a couple of players who have flair and all that. But trust me, on that day, you won't see them. It will just be like Chelsea versus PSG. I mean, you saw how people got missing in that match. That's how the experience that they are
You
going
should
to
tell
have.
me you're a Chelsea fan, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well,
Strong one.
those are the words from the blue side. Now,
Yeah.
what do you know about Union Ghana, and what, without giving too much away, what is going to be your style of play come the final?
Okay, so just like I said earlier, Union Ghana is a strong team, and we know they've been contending with Ghana Armed Forces, officers soccer team, and I mean they've done it to them on several occasions, and they just did it recently. But then Ghana Civil Aviation is a different team altogether. I mean, a lot of people underrated us, but we are going in for it. I mean, we because we trust each other and we've worked hard, we've stayed focused. I mean, this shouldn't be a big deal for us. All that we are coming in to do is just win. Simple. And just like the protocol, our DG said, he had passed the law for you to keep the trophy there. But for protocol's sake, we had to bring it back to you. just keep it here. Then we finally take it back to the office. So you know that Ghana Civil Aviation will come for the trophy. Yeah.
Now, I mean, I know that it will be a big deal for Ghana Civil Aviation to ultimately lift the trophy at the end of the final whistle, come 25th of July on the final day.
Yeah.
What would it mean to Union Ghana should you yet again win? I mean, okay, no, let me just rephrase that because you won the gala.
Yeah.
You are yet to win the main kick. Have the main kick. What would it mean to Union Ghana should you win the trophy at the end of the game?
Actually, we want to ensure that our name is inscribed in gold. This is the maiden tournament, and we are lifting it, and we looking even beyond that to make Ghana proud.
Wow.
In Morocco.
Wow.
So I mean, this game is just maybe a stepping stone. We are not afraid. We are well prepared.
Now I know there's a lot of stakes on the line for you. What would they ultimately mean for Ghana Civil Aviation Authority to win the University of Ghana Corporate Football League? Its first season.
All right. So honestly, it will mean everything to us. It will mean everything to Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, and an honor to our institution and also to our fans who have been here all this while to support us. And we'll prove to them that we control the airspace. So when we are up there, we see everything on ground. Yeah, so we'll prove to them.
Hope deferred makes the heart go.
We'll prove to them. We'll prove
It'll be
to
quite
them.
unfortunate.
We'll prove to them. We don't talk much, you know that.
I mean,
we don't talk much. We come, we deliver, and the people are amazed.
You're a nice
and
man.
Exactly, we do that.
You're a
to
nice
you.
man, but I mean, seeing you heartbroken will be quite painful.
Don't worry.
So just condition yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's good for you to condition yourself before you come into the game. That this trophy is not for you.
Anyway.
Probably maybe the next one.
Anyway,
When Union is not maybe
not
around.
participating.
Yes.
I see.
Maybe
I see. Now, is there
have a chance.
any particular player on their team that you are on the lookout for?
No, not at all.
Is there any player on their team that you're on the lookout
Honestly, not at all. I've not seen any player shine from their end. Unlike our players that a lot of people will be asking questions about, who is this guy, who is this left, who is the 8, who is the 7, who is the 10. You know, personally, they've been asking, who is the guy in the midfield? You know what he did with Ghana Forces. Very slim guy, cute guy, and he was delivering from all angles. So I mean, they are not at peace at all.
Wow.
I must tell you, they are not at peace.
Wow.
But we'll come in all our best.
Bobby, you remember the
Give it all.
interview that we had before we started this tournament? So far, I've not seen anyone come for any negotiation yet.
So far,
I mean,
the negotiations have not been done.
The results with that. For the army, I mean, there were some talks.
They caught you by surprise.
Oh, there were some talks.
So they.
I mean, they are friends.
No,
They
are you
family now.
saying on record that Ghana Armed Forces Officers Sport Club came to see Union Ghana? That is why you gave them that.
I mean, I
2-0
can't give that.
advantage to win that game?
I can't give that out. But I mean, to the civil aviation team, we haven't seen anything like that. So let's see how it goes.
Now, let me ask this. If I may, what would be a bold prediction that is going to be the scoreline at the end of the final whistle?
Okay, to us, Ghana Civil Aviation Authority, we don't have any prediction. We are just going in. Prediction is not a big deal to us, but then we don't predict. We are just going for the win, simple, straight away.
So I mean,
by hook or crook.
2-1 could be a
1-0,
win,
2-1. We don't give score lines. We just come in for the win. That's all.
So it's a win. And
it's a win.
we are fair to
Nothing
assume it
but
could be
win.
1-0.
Nothing but a win.
Will you take the game to a penalty shootout?
Not at all. We are
Okay,
just
so
killing it in the game.
What would be a bold prediction from
3-0.
3-0 flag?
Yes.
You are not even giving them one goal.
No, we are keeping a clean sheet on that night. We just want to make a statement.
And are there any players on your team that we have
Yes,
to expect the
I
three goals
mean, already we have our goal.
He's
the
struggling
goal
to
king for
even
the-
mention the name of the
No,
strikers.
the goal king.
That should
for-
tell you we are there.
The goal king for the tournament. I mean, he will have 2 goals on the night.
Manolata will have to go.
Yes, and maybe I may give some surprise.
Keke Fosu
Somewhere.
might have just
Exactly.
one goal to
Yeah.
Now, final message from you gentlemen. This is your camera, that's your camera. What message do you have for your opponent and what message you have for your fan?
Okay, so what we have for Union Ghana is that they should give us a good game. But at the end of the day, they should know that we've taken the trophy by hook or crook. By all means, we are in for the win. And to our fans out there, we want to tell them that they should come in and support, do all their possible best, and know that Ghana Civil Aviation, we've taken the trophy already. and it's coming home. And on Monday, I'm just waiting for that Monday that we'll go to the office to meet our DJ with that press conference. It will be massive. That is what we are waiting for, and it will happen. Simple.
Union Ghana, that's your camera.
Union. Union.
Yeah, sure.
Family. I mean, this is the ultimate time, the final game. You guys have been very, very supportive. I mean, you've been there with us in the trenches, in the dressing room, and you have supported us, encouraged us, giving us bonuses here and there. I mean, this is the final game. We just want to encourage all of you and then your families to be present on that night, 25th of July, to come and then support us massively. And we are going to make you proud, ensuring that we lift up this maiden trophy. To civil aviation, just know that we are not Ghana Armed Forces and we are not the teams that you have beaten. So just prep yourself. You will have a good game on that night. Unfortunately, you are going back home empty-handed because the trophy belongs to Union.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have been speaking with the representatives from Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and Union Ghana, just like you heard them say. Union says the trophy is theirs for the keeping. Aviation is also maintaining the same stance that the trophy is theirs, but we can only have one winner at the end of the final whistle. Union Ghana goes up against Ghana Civil Aviation come the Friday, 25th of July, right here at the University of Ghana Stadium. Our cameras will be watching. You will be here and you will be watching, and we will be bringing you all the details and the highlights from that game. This has been the League Highlight Show right here on GTV Sports Plus 4, the University of Ghana Corporate Football League. I'm your host, Bobby Otis, and we can't wait to have you here at the stadium with us. Let me say a very big thank you to our sponsors once again, Glyco General Insurance, Vigo Energy, Soccer Local, Ghana Football Association, and of course, radio partners, Radio Universe. Also to the producers of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League, Rice Sport Services with the University of Ghana Sport and one of Directorate. A very big thank you to you, and we can't wait to have you at the UGC Stadium. Thank you very much, Ivan.
Right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Kiko, for
Pleasure.
And let's give them a good show.
Yeah.
Let's
All
give them
right,
a good
sure.
show. 25th of July at the University of Ghana Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, we bring it all to a closure for the first season of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League. But just before I go, let me say a very big thank you to the sponsors of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League, and that is Glyco General Insurance, cushioning all the players for life. Soccer Local, that provided us with a platform where you get all the stats and analysis on the players and the games. Also to Ghana Football Association, that provided us with technical support. We say a very big thank you to you, and a very big thank you as well to Vigo Energy that gave us the backing and the partnership we needed to bring you this league. Also to the Radio Universe, our on-campus radio partners that is taking everything live on air around and in the University of Ghana campus. We say a very big thank you to you as well. And how can I forget the producers of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League, Rice Sport Services, and the University of Ghana Sport and Wellness Directorate. A very big kudos to you, to our crew who have put in the work to ensure that all the work you see on the pitch every other Friday is televised for you to see. We say a very big thank you to you, Kwabna Poku. A very big thank you to Benjamin, to Cyril, to Emmanuel Asante, to Richard Otu, to, of course, Elvis, who are doing the work day in and out. A very big thank you to you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bobby Otis. Right after the end of the University of Ghana Corporate Football League, we continue with the University of Ghana Corporate Tennis, and we'll be bringing you all the details on that. But right now, this is your final ticket to come to the University of Ghana Stadium for the University of Ghana Corporate Football League finals. Right here, a curtain raiser game will be played. Third place game between NPA and Ghana Armed Forces Officers Sport Club will be fielded, and ultimately we will bring you the finals between Ghana Civil Aviation Authority and Union Ghana. Who do you think is going to win? I want to know your thoughts, so please do want to leave your comment on our socials at UG Games Officials as you give us the comment on who you think is going to be the winner at the end of the finals. Thank you very much. Please stick and stay with us and do well to come to the UG Stadium on Friday, 25th of July. Thank you very much, Samuel Lannan, and I know that you continue to do the good work from the commentary box on the final day. Ladies and gentlemen, until later, it is bye-bye for now.